Reserve Bank figures show Australians have amassed hundreds of billions of dollars in debt in recent years, and that has some economists worried. They're concerned people aren't thinking ahead to when interest rates inevitably rise. Here's Matt Moran.
Aussie households have never been in so much debt. The Reserve Bank says we owe almost $1.6 trillion.
That's okay if it's well invested, but if it's been poorly used, then that would be a concern.
Are you concerned about your debt?
Not particularly. I'm in real estate.
Are you concerned how much debt you're in?
No, not at the moment.
No, why is that?
Because I can manage it properly.
The RBA says our debt levels have increased by almost 30% in 5 years.
What most of that debt's for is houses, and depending on exactly how you measure it, the housing stock's worth somewhere between 6 and 7 trillion. So it's not too much, it's just that it is growing now.
For those with a mortgage, there could be some relief next week when the RBA meets to decide whether to cut rates again. The cash rate is a record low 2.25%.
Most economists think they'll do one more before the budget and then watch. And the market itself, money markets, are pricing in a 75% chance of a rate cut on Tuesday.
Mr Hogan doesn't believe we're in a housing bubble. But what could another rate cut mean for house prices?
We certainly saw a kick to the housing market from the rate cut in February. It was a bit of a surprise. So that's, I think, helped the market. I don't think this one's going to have the same degree of impact, not in Sydney or Melbourne anyway.
While household debt increases, so does government debt. JP Morgan's chief economist warns Australia risks losing its AAA credit rating because political parties can't agree on budget cuts.
Labor is certainly sabotaging good economic management by their obstacles that they're putting up continuously in the Senate.
Well, Labor's always going to stand up for our fundamental values, and we're not going to support measures such as a GP tax or a cut to pensions.
But there does appear to be some rare bipartisanship to curb tax concessions for people with millions in superannuation. Matt Moran, 10 Eyewitness News.
The southern New South Wales